There are fundamental principles you must follow if you want to maintain control in your relationships, especially in the early stages of a potential relationship. To be honest with you, most men tend to ignore these principles. They let emotion overtake reason. They place too much importance on one prospect too soon. And, as a result of that, they lose their balance before anything meaningful has even begun. The truth is simple. Other girls can compare and often do. Most prospects are far more interchangeable than you would like to believe. So do not get sucked into obsessing over one woman before you have done your homework, before you have exercised your optionality, before you have built a foundation of strength that keeps you steady. If you date one girl exclusively and you already feel a deep liking for her, you will give off undeniably a sense of desperation at some point during the pre-sex seduction. It does not matter how experienced you think you are. It does not matter how composed you try to appear. The desperation leaks out, always. It shows in your words, in your tone, in the way you overinvest in the outcome. The best players, the men who carry an effortless aura, the ones with cool indifference, they are not born that way. They become that way through the consistent exercise of choice. Their indifference is not an act. It is the natural byproduct of abundance. It is the result of knowing they could walk away today and still have options tomorrow. And here is where most men misjudge the process. A good date does not mean very much. You can have incredible conversation, undeniable chemistry, and even the illusion of certainty. But none of that counts for anything if you cannot seal the deal. And even then, even when intimacy has begun, that feeling of security is not really real until it has been repeated. You need at least 3 sexual encounters with a prospect before any sense of stability can even begin to form. Until then, everything is still volatile. Everything is still uncertain. And if you cling too tightly, if you build castles in your mind too early, you sabotage the very connection you are trying to protect. That is why optionality matters. You will find it easier to close the deal with your favorite prospect if you have others in play. When a man is already receiving regular intimacy, his energy is completely different. His body language is different. His eyes carry quiet knowledge. His voice carries calmness. His decisions are not clouded by desperation. And women sense this immediately. Long before you say a word, they register it. Deep in their hindbrains, they categorize you. You are no longer the man hoping to get fortunate. You are the man who already has what others want. And that shifts the dynamic entirely. This aura is really powerful because it cannot be faked. It is not something you learn through lines or tactics. It is born from reality, from the presence of genuine options, and it carries you a long way when you are still exploring what is possible for you. So, do not squander opportunities by clinging too tightly to one prospect too early. Build your options first. Maintain your abundance. Then let your aura speak for itself. Because in the end, the men who thrive are not the men who gamble everything on one prospect. They are the men who understand that choice itself is the greatest advantage. And when you embody that mentality, you stop chasing security, and instead you start to command it.